Everyone says bone loss is inevitable after 60, but what if that's a lie? What if the real culprit isn't your age, but something far more common, hiding in plain sight in your kitchen? Forget expensive pills and complicated diets. In the next few minutes, I'm going to reveal 2 simple, everyday foods that science proves can naturally rebuild your bone density. You won't believe how easy it is to turn back the clock on your bones. Strong bones are more than just the skeleton that holds you up. They're your body's insurance policy against losing your independence. After 60, every step, every stretch, every movement becomes riskier if your bones are weak. In this video, we're cutting through the noise to focus on 2 inexpensive, widely available foods that work with your body to restore bone strength. You'll learn why bones weaken with age, the secret nutrient combinations that trigger bone-building cells, and exactly how to add these foods into your daily life. Stick around until the end, because I'll also share a bonus morning habit that can supercharge these results. After the age of 60, your body enters a silent battle, one you might not notice until it's too late. Bone density, the measure of how strong and thick your bones are, begins to decline at a faster rate. For women, this often accelerates after menopause due to the sudden drop in estrogen, a hormone that plays a major role in bone remodeling. For men, declining testosterone levels can trigger a similar effect. The result? Bones become more porous, almost like a sponge, making them more fragile and prone to fractures. But the danger goes deeper. Even a minor fall can lead to a broken hip, and studies show that hip fractures in older adults are linked to a higher risk of losing mobility and independence. What's worse, most people don't realize they're losing bone mass until they suffer an injury. There's no pain, no obvious symptoms, just gradual weakening over time. And while genetics play a role, the real accelerators of bone loss are lifestyle factors: poor diet, lack of weight-bearing exercise, smoking, and nutrient deficiencies. Here's the good news: your bones are living tissue. They can still rebuild themselves at any age, but only if you give them the right building blocks. That's where our first cheap bone rebuilding food comes in. When most people think of bone loss, they think of calcium deficiency. And yes, calcium is crucial. But here's the hidden truth. It's not just about how much calcium you get. It's about how well your body absorbs it. Imagine pouring cement into a mold without adding water. It stays powdery, never hardening into concrete. The same thing happens when you load up on calcium but lack the nutrients that help your body lock it into your bones. One major culprit: low vitamin K2 and magnesium levels. Without K2, calcium can end up in the wrong places, like your arteries, instead of your skeleton. Without magnesium, your body can't activate vitamin D, which is essential for pulling calcium from your food into your bloodstream. Another overlooked factor is chronic inflammation. Conditions like gut imbalance or diets high in processed foods can cause low-grade inflammation that literally breaks down bone faster than it's rebuilt. This is why so many seniors take calcium supplements for years and still see no improvement. They're missing the supporting cast of nutrients that actually get calcium where it belongs. And here's the best part. The first cheap food we're about to reveal contains exactly the nutrient combination your bones are craving, and you can buy it for less than the cost of a cup of coffee. Meet the humble egg, specifically the egg yolk. Often dismissed as unhealthy in past decades, yolks are actually a nutrient goldmine for bone health. Here's why. Egg yolks are one of the richest natural sources of vitamin K2, the nutrient that helps escort calcium straight into your bones and keep it out of your arteries. They also contain vitamin D, which works hand in hand with calcium, plus phosphorus, another essential mineral for bone structure. In fact, research from the Journal of Nutrition found that people with higher vitamin K2 intake had a 60% lower risk of hip fractures compared to those with low intake. And while supplements exist, your body tends to absorb K2 more efficiently from food. The best part? Eggs are incredibly affordable and versatile. You can hard-boil them, scramble them, add them to salads, or stir them into soups. Just one yolk a day can start nudging your bone density in the right direction. Pro tip: pair eggs with a little healthy fat, like olive oil or avocado, to boost the absorption of fat-soluble vitamins like K2 and D. And if you're worried about cholesterol, don't be. For most healthy seniors, moderate egg consumption has no negative impact on heart health, and the benefits for bones far outweigh outdated fears. But while eggs are a powerhouse, the next food on our list might be even more surprising, and it's probably hiding in your pantry right now. Say hello to the humble almond, a crunchy, budget-friendly snack that's quietly working overtime for your bones. Almonds are packed with magnesium, the mineral your body needs to activate vitamin D and help calcium move from your bloodstream into your bone tissue. Without enough magnesium, calcium can end up floating around uselessly, or worse, depositing in soft tissues. Just one handful of almonds, about 23 nuts, provides 20% of your daily magnesium needs. They're also rich in plant-based protein and healthy fats, which are critical for maintaining muscle mass, another key factor in preventing falls and fractures. But here's where almonds really shine. They contain boron, a trace mineral that plays a subtle yet powerful role in bone metabolism. Boron helps your body use calcium, magnesium, and vitamin D more efficiently, creating a perfect nutrient synergy. Studies published in Environmental Health Perspectives suggest that boron intake as low as 3 mg per day can significantly reduce calcium loss in postmenopausal women, and almonds are one of the easiest and tastiest ways to get it. To maximize benefits, snack on raw or dry-roasted almonds without added sugar or salt. You can also sprinkle them over oatmeal, blend them into smoothies, or use almond butter as a nutrient-rich spread. So now that you know the two powerhouse foods, eggs and almonds, let's see how they've worked in real life for someone just like you. Meet Margaret, a 67-year-old retired teacher who loved gardening but found herself constantly worried about falling. A bone scan had revealed osteopenia, the stage before osteoporosis, and her doctor warned that without intervention, she'd likely face fractures in the coming years. Instead of immediately turning to prescription medication, Margaret decided to make small but powerful changes to her diet. After some research and talking with a nutritionist, she committed to 2 daily habits: eating 2 whole eggs every morning with a slice of whole grain toast and a drizzle of olive oil, snacking on a handful of raw almonds in the afternoon instead of cookies or crackers. She also began taking short daily walks to keep her bones stimulated through weight-bearing movement. Fast forward 9 months, and Margaret's follow-up scan showed something her doctor rarely sees. Her bone density had actually improved. She'd moved out of the osteopenia range and into the low normal range for her age group. Even more impressive, her energy levels had risen, and she reported fewer aches in her joints. Margaret's story is a perfect example of how consistent, affordable changes, without expensive supplements or complex meal plans, can truly make a difference for bone health. And while her results aren't guaranteed for everyone, the science behind her approach is solid. Now, before we wrap up, let's pause for a quick question to get you involved. Quick question for you. If you had to choose only one of these bone-building foods to eat every day, which would it be? Would you go for the creamy, nutrient-rich egg yolk packed with vitamin K2, or the crunchy, magnesium-loaded almond that keeps calcium exactly where it should be? Drop your answer in the comments below. Not only does it help others discover new ideas, but your feedback also shapes future videos on this channel. And if you've personally noticed a difference in your bones, joints, or energy after changing your diet, I'd love to hear your story. You might just inspire someone else to take action today. If you really want to fast-track bone rebuilding, here's a simple habit that costs nothing and takes less than 15 minutes a day: morning sunlight exposure. When your bare skin is exposed to the sun, your body produces vitamin D3, the active form of vitamin D that helps pull calcium from your food into your bones. Without enough vitamin D3, Even the best diet can fall flat for bone strength. Research from the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology and Metabolism shows that just 10–15 minutes of early morning sun, before it gets too harsh, can boost vitamin D levels enough to support healthy bone turnover, especially in older adults. Pair this with light movement, like a short walk, and you're giving your bones two powerful signals at once. Nutrient supply from your bone-friendly foods. Mechanical stimulation from walking, which tells your bones to keep getting stronger. And here's a pro tip. Have your eggs and almonds after your walk. That way, the vitamin D your body just made works instantly with the calcium and magnesium you're eating. It's a small routine, but like we saw in Margaret's story, small routines done consistently are what rebuild strength over time. Let's quickly recap what we covered today. After 60, bone loss accelerates due to hormonal changes, nutrient deficiencies, and poor absorption. But it's not irreversible. Egg yolks are a $1 superfood loaded with vitamin K2, vitamin D, and phosphorus, the perfect nutrient team for locking calcium into your bones. Almonds are magnesium and boron powerhouses that help your body use calcium efficiently while also supporting muscle strength. A simple morning sunlight habit can supercharge your bone health by activating vitamin D3 production naturally. Now it's your turn. Which of these bone-boosting foods will you add to your routine this week? If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up so YouTube knows to share it with more people who need it. And don't forget to subscribe, because next week we'll reveal 3 everyday drinks that could be silently weakening your bones without you realizing it. Remember, stronger bones aren't built overnight, but every bite you take can be a step toward greater freedom, mobility, and independence. Your bones are the foundation of your freedom. They let you move, explore, and live life without fear. And while aging is inevitable, frailty doesn't have to be. By adding simple, affordable foods like eggs and almonds to your daily routine and pairing them with sunlight and movement, you're giving your body exactly what it needs to repair and strengthen itself from the inside out. Start small. 1 egg at breakfast, a handful of almonds in the afternoon, a few minutes of morning sun. Over weeks and months, these small steps stack up, creating a stronger, more resilient you. Because after all, it's never too late to build a body that can carry you boldly into the years ahead.